the Highline. It's been a dream of mine ever since I learned of its existence. But for those who may not know about it, the Uinta Highline Trail is located in Utah and runs along the spine of the Uinta Range. Depending on where you start, the trail is roughly 110 miles long, and we were planning on hiking it from east to west. There's a lot of planning and logistics that go into a trip like this, and I spent the first 2 days getting down to Utah, hooking up with some of our group, and then shuttling to the east side of the range. Most of the trail is above 10,000 feet, so we spent the first night at the trailhead to give ourselves a chance to acclimate to the elevation. The real adventure would start in the morning. Well, hello. We are back at it once again. Right now it is the end of July, and I am in Utah. I am on the eastern edge of the Uinta Range. And I can't believe it, but we're about to through hike the Highline Trail. This is a dream trip for me. But I'm so excited. We're finally doing it. Finally doing it. My pack's pretty heavy, but I'm really excited. Let's go. The trail started nice, easy, and level, but it wasn't long before we got our first taste of climbing. Oh, and the nice trail, well, that disappeared and was replaced by an endless path of ankle-breaking rocks. We came out of the woods into a massive meadow filled with a herd of cows grazing on the grass. As we made our way through the meadow, one of the cows seemed to take exception with us being there and started following us. Got done watering up here at East Park Reservoir. Had a good break, let a couple thunderstorms go through. Pushing on for the second half of our day. We got another climb coming. Shouldn't be as bad as the one we just did though. As we kept climbing, we lost the trail a few times, but were able to find it again. And finally, the thunderstorms that we had been dodging all afternoon, well, they caught up with us. When the rain finally broke, we ducked off the trail and found a place to camp. We started the trip that morning at McKee Draw and started our journey west. We got over our first climb of the trip and then watered up at East Park Reservoir. We climbed up another hill and ended up camping on a ridge for our first night. We ended up a couple miles short of where we had wanted to make it, but we'd make up that mileage the next day. Well, good morning. Morning, day 2 from the Highline Trail. Still kind of surreal saying that. We're up on a ridge here. It's hard to say this too, we dry camped last night, but there's a lot of condensation. It's pretty wet. But we got to make up a couple miles that we didn't do yesterday. And we're trying to make it to Hacking Lake today. About 12 miles away. Bunch of hills. It's gonna be a great day on the Highline. Park maybe. Despite there being signs, blazes, and cairns on the path, sometimes the trail would just disappear. Gotta work smart, not hard, guys.
50. I'll take it.
That pine cone don't count for. All right, well, we are about 9 miles in for the day. Not sure how much farther, but a ways to go. Even though we got water at that park, water is going to be an issue again. We kept pushing on, trying to get in the miles we needed to make for that day, and also making up the couple of miles we didn't do on day one. As the miles were stacking up, I could feel myself wearing down, and I wondered how much more I had in me. We started out on the ridge above East Park Reservoir and continued on the ridge all day, going up and over hills and through the forests and meadows. By the time we hit Summit Park, I had hit my limit. We found a questionable water source, so we made camp there. I was in really rough shape and ended up getting sick once we got to camp.
$17.50?
$17.50.
They ain't far.
Well, good morning. Morning, day 3 from the Highline. Currently, we are at Summit Park. Oh, kind of a rough day for me yesterday. 14 miles into here. Yeah, I hit the wall when we got here. We intended to push past this, but ended up throwing up. So we posted up here, got some food in us. Now we're pushing for the next trailhead.
Well, good morning. It's day 3. I mean, it is only day 3 and it's already been one hell of an adventure. Had some coyotes go off last night while we were getting ready to go to bed. Had some guys get sick. Put in like 14 and a half miles yesterday. Today's gonna be a long day, but I'm gonna start hitting passes today. Some named, some not named, but passes are a concern. Water's been a concern. Water's been pretty hit and miss. Hopefully that changes once we start climbing. Looks like there's more lakes up there.
Well, here we go. Day 3. And our first real passes of the trip. First of many. We took a break near Leedy Peak and watered up. I was feeling pretty tired, but I was able to hike. We pushed on towards Lake Wild and Gabbro Pass, our first named pass of the trip. Sometimes, the unnamed climbs are the toughest ones, and that last one sure felt a lot like that. We watered up at the outlet of Lake Wild and got ready to climb over Gabbro Pass.
Gabbro Pass, our first official pass. The shit we just came over felt a lot like a pass.
It felt good to be on top of our first official pass. Now it was time to drop down and to head into Dead Man Lake. That morning we had left from Summit Park and started making the climb up towards the Leedy Peak trailhead. We hiked on the rim above Lakeshore Basin and then on to Lake Wild. We climbed over Gabbro Pass and then dropped down into Dead Man Lake. When we got to the lake, I started feeling sick again. I wasn't sure what was going on with me, but it was threatening to take me out.
$700.